Hi students, I'm going to do my own little audit video here. I shouldn't say little, it could take more than one. This can only go 15 minutes. So I do want to go out. This is what I utilized back in the day when I was auditing. So with this here, this is HPI. So this just gives you a little bit more. So history of present illness, just different location, where on the body, quality, the character, symptom, pain, severity, 1 through 10, duration, how long, timing, when does it occur, at night, after meals, during exercise, context, the situation associated with the pain, and then modifying factors, what's being done to make it better, and then associated signs and symptoms. Now for review of systems, this is an awesome handout, because with this, if they have blisters, okay, that would go towards the mouth or throat. Cardiovascular, chest pain, angina, eyes, if they have discharge. Just like I said, one thing to remember, history of present illness is usually the subject coming in to talk about what is going on. Okay, review of systems is the patient telling the doctor what's going on. So for instance, I have black stools. Okay, that hits a gastrointestinal. That's not an exam. Another thing, I have heartburn. Again, that's not a part of an exam. This is review of systems. And tegumentary, I've been itching. Okay, where exam would be the doctor sees bumps all over the arm. Okay, so again, make sure you know the difference. And as I've stated, review of systems and the history of present illness can all be in the same area, but you can't double up. So that means if I'm using an area of the report for history of present illness, I cannot also use it for review of systems. Okay, so let's go ahead on that note, go back to shared files for E&M. And in here, I have my audit tool that I would use, which I like. Okay, with this here, refer to the data section in order to quantify. So again, after referring to the data, you circle the entry farthest to the right in the table, which best describes your HPI, which is my first one here. I check them off when I find them. The review of systems, past family social history, and if one column contains 3 circles, you draw a line down that column. Okay, if no column contains 3 circles, a column containing a circle farthest to the left, means over here, identifies that type of history. So one thing to remember, if I have an extended HPI, which I'm going to probably circle this one because it's the furthest out, and I have an extended review of systems, which is this one, and then I have a past medical social history pertinent, I can't draw my line here. Okay, I have to draw my line right here. So keep that in mind. All right, so that would give me a detailed history. So on that note, I want everybody in there in the next step box, Advanced Medical Coding and Auditing. Keep in mind, you can pause this tape. I want you to go to case 120. Okay, before we start, on this audit tool, I always tell students, go to the last page, okay? Because here you can see we have our exam, and I have an examination tool. Here's our decision making, which we'll go through. And then we're not going to deal with time today. Level of service, okay? If I look on page, well, I should say case 120, this is observation, okay? So I got to make sure I'm in the right area. So first of all, you find it in your CPT book. Otherwise, right here too, I have initial hospital observation. So I'm looking at the codes 99218, 99219, or 99220. And look at what it tells me. Requires 3 components within a shaded area. Okay, so that means if I have a comprehensive exam, or history comprehensive exam, and moderate decision making, I have to code a 99219. So again, when you always start off, so I'm starting off at case 120, and I know this is an observation case. Okay, so then I find myself on the tool, Audit Tool, where I'm at. Okay, so let's go back to the beginning of the Audit Tool, and we're going to just start with number 1, the history section. One thing I want everyone to do right now is to pause and read through case 120. Okay, and then what I want you to do, I want you to find me the HPI, what you think they are, right behind, if you print this Audit Tool off, right behind what you think they are. Okay, same thing with review of systems. And then we're going to go through it. And then if there's a past family social history. Okay, so let's start off here with the HPI. I got a level 4 because to me it contains 5 elements. Okay, so let's start off here. We're going to go with quality. Quality is my first one. And what words are loose, explosive? Okay, let's go to timing. I'm going to hit timing. 4 times per hour. Okay, so that's telling us how much. Duration is the next one. This is since 8 p.m. last night. And then associated signs and symptoms are going to be cramping. And then the context, okay, that is going to be renal failure. So keep in mind, I have extended right here circled. Okay, so now let's go to review of systems. There is 4 of them. Let's go to what I got. I'm sorry, it's a level 4. We have 10 elements. So constitutional general was covered. Okay, so if we read through that, review of systems, they talk about generalization there. Okay, so let's also go to, we also have the eyes. They covered the eyes. Okay, so they cover the eyes. Let's just go back to general. It's no fever, chills, night sweats, or recent change. Okay, so eyes, we have status post-cataract surgeries. Okay, so we have the eyes covered. We have ENT covered. Cardiovascular, it talks about cardiac. And make sure it states right there, review of systems. And it's, again, all in caps, review of system. So cardiac, no chest pain. So again, they can just state what's going on. Same thing, they can, as long as they acknowledge it, you can count it. Okay? What else do we have here? We have respiratory, GI, and GU, integumentary of the skin, neurologic, neuro, and also endocrine. Okay? So again, we have gastrointestinal as mentioned, GU. So again, they are covering everything. Endocrine, no diabetes. Okay, so with that, if you look through all of that, it gives us a 10 plus complete. So right now I have an extended and I have a complete. Okay, so now we need to look at all 3 of the past family social history were covered. Okay, so you can see past medical history. Again, all caps, there's quite a bit going on there. Social history, non-smoker, non-drinker. Family history, 2 sisters, 1 brother. Okay, so everything's covered there. The examination. Okay, here is what I like to use this tool. The tool on here is not bad, okay, with the examination. But the tool that I have, I think you will like a lot. So here's the deal. You have this, but we're going to go back to my tool right now, and I'm going to show you I just added it because I added some extra things on there. All right, so examination tool. It's kind of the same thing here. We talked about constitutional counts only as 1. Body areas, okay? And then we have organ systems, okay? Right here, I like, because I added this part right here. Total BAOS, which one is ever higher, and 1 point for constitutional if available. Okay, so let's look at here. For problem focus, limit to effective BAOS. Number of OS or BA, 1. Okay, expand problem focused. Limit to effective BAOS or other related, 2 to 7, limited. Detailed, extended, affected, or OS. Okay, now to get a comprehensive exam, and let's say I count up 8, okay, and I put 8 here. At that point, you need to go back and recount. There is in your book, it's in chapter 1, where it does talk about the BAs and the OSs. So one thing here, the levels of examination include both body areas and organ systems, with the exception of comprehensive exam. The comprehensive exam requires a minimum of 8 OSs without counting areas. Okay, so anytime you get OSs, you have to have 8 to get a comprehensive. So when abstracting your record, you count both the BA, body area, and OS. The level of exam rises to comprehensive, recount, and this time only count the OSs. If there is at least 8 OSs, that exam remains at a comprehensive level. If upon recount there are not 8 OSs in the exam does not qualify as comprehensive level, so then you're going to have to go down to the next level, which is going to be detailed. Okay, because 2 to 7 extended. So let's just say, for example, a medical report, we have 12 BAs and OSs together. Okay, we added them up. 7 were BAs and 5 are OSs. So if you counted both the BAs and OSs, it would be a comprehensive. But when you follow the rules for OSs, it doesn't add up because I only have 5. Okay, this reading is in your textbook. It is in chapter 1 just to help you out on the situation. Okay, so now that we have that, let's go back to our examination. Okay, so the examination. Make sure you're in the right area. Make sure you are not using the review of systems. So you will see physical examination is right underneath the review of systems. Okay, so let's go ahead and go through here. So included in the constitutional elements, we have blood pressure, we have respiratory. Okay, so all of this, we have general, it equals 1 OS. Okay, so up here, you're going to put 1, because we can only get 1, no matter how many they do. Only 1. Okay, so let's go to body areas next. Okay, the body areas were the abdomen. It says it's soft, non-tender. The back, spine straight. Okay, so this is for 2 BAs. That's all we have. Again, it's the body areas. Just because, again, they may say other things, you are again looking at the body areas. One bad thing here, just so you know, for the body area, each extremity, they would have to make note of it. Okay, so again, it's the body area. All right, so with that, there were 6 OSs. Okay, so looking through that, our first one here, number 2, we do have the ENT, ears, nose, and throat is negative, which I can count. Cardiovascular, leg edema, and cardiac exam. Okay, just an FYI, so I can't go up and use leg edema because, again, that's the organ systems. They're not actually checking out that extremity. Okay, it's the organ system that they are checking out, which at that point, why do they have that? It's because of the cardiovascular system. Respiratory, lungs, okay. So with that, so then we also have neurologic, okay, and again, they can just say with neurologic, we go through there. Patient is awake, alert, oriented. And we also have musculoskeletal, normal gait, lymphatic. We have no cervical lymphadenopathy. This is for a total of 9 BAs and OSs, okay, which would normally make this a level 4 comprehensive exam. However, only OSs are counted for the comprehensive level. So with this, we are going to go